One time she manipulated me to get a computer I had built, and then she told me she just manipulated me to get it. Then I took it back. Then she got mad and was like, well, you gave it to me. It's mine anyway. I'm like, you don't need it. You belittling it. You belittling me and everything else. Why should I have given it to you? You manipulated me out of it. And she literally tried to snatch it, and I went to pull it back, and she went to strike me. She remembered. And then she jumped like I was going to strike her. And I'm like, you know I ain't never raised my hands to nothing. I wouldn't even beat this nigga ass for you. Fuck you talking about?
Well, she manipulated him about the puppy. Well, can the puppy be fine if the puppy's still here when you get back? And he just gave in with her because that's the way she gets him.
That poor dog. I was thinking about that crap the other day. In a split minute, they're not going to just be calling CPS. They're going to call the Maine Society. Talk about animal abuse. They're going to be like, hey, we seen the videos from 6 months ago. What happened to them 3-4 other dogs you had?
Well, you know they've been called about numerous dogs
I'm
before.
telling you, in a split minute, and she gonna be on. She gonna definitely be on Bigo Live from her prison cell, pulling a fucking Michael Vick.
Okay.
All right, it's Thomas.
All right. Yeah, Candy, I need you to come up and hold it down real quick. I need to go fix my popcorn real quick. Hold on. Coming to kill Kate. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yo.
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
I just wanted to say I had so much fun the other night. You are funny. Okay. And I was like, no, when somebody had me ask you that question about staying outside her house, I just
Oh.
I just knew you were gonna say something different. Like, I don't know. But she was like, well, yes, I did. And
Yeah,
then
I
we was
was like,
cracking
yeah,
up.
you know. Yeah,
It
she
was like,
got
no,
me
but
like that one time too. She kept on saying too. She was like, "If you ain't care so much, why was you sleeping outside my house?" I was like, "Damn it!" I mean, I can't even say it was for the kids because she not gonna believe. She gonna just keep pushing it back to her. But it was
right.
really because the first thing you did was call this fool over to the house, and I knew that shit wasn't gonna work out well. All he was gonna do was sit over here and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you already had me messed up after the damn Wilco show, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here, because she gonna really think that a nigga actually stalking her, and that's gonna end up, that's what really had me, like, any minute, the squad, it could be squad car on this side, squad car on that side, like, get out the
Mm-hmm.
car, sir. We heard you been sleeping in your car in front of this house. We think you stalking us, like, you know, any damn thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. And she's so
yeah.
manipulative. She's such a liar.
You know, I knew she was gonna use this, so I'm like, ain't even no reason to try to contort that at all. Like, yeah,
Right.
or make it sound less. Just call it exactly how it happened. Yeah, I was. You know,
Right.
I was there for the kids. Majorly, I was hoping to get to speak to her to kind of iron out something with being copacetic so I could still be around the kids, but she was so megalo heated that I figured it wasn't gonna happen. And if I ain't move, I probably wasn't gonna never move.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Do you think that the reason why you like bonded so hard with the kids, or maybe like so hard for you to let go, is because you feel like you want to be like that one person that was there for you when you was a child?
A
Is it a
little
trauma
bit.
bond in a sense, you think? Well, I don't like the word trauma bond.
Nah.
It sounds kind of
Yeah, I
negative.
know, cause that sounds so
Right, dark. But I don't
traumatic
mean
in
it
a
in that
sense.
way.
No, it's not. It's not a trauma bond thing. It's a partial amount for what he did for me. It's a partial amount wanting to give it back, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also what they gave to me. They actually did care about me. I know
Yeah.
they did. I didn't. Well, I used to get into things with her sometimes, and she'd be like, "You got to get control of them." And she didn't know, but I was laughing on the inside, and so were they. We got along really well. And I was like, she
Yeah.
never picked up on it. Like, you think that how you think I'm gonna keep your house clean when you gone with your 4 kids in the house and you can't keep it clean and I can't control them. Use your
Right.
brain.
Right. You
Me
can't
and your
control
kids
them. What
are
you
all
expect?
manipulating you so you will calm the hell down. I used to
Right.
tell them to do certain things or act a certain way so she would literally think I wouldn't have enough control. She would not be so harsh on them and directed towards me to have better control, which I already had. They gave me control out of respect. They loved
Mm.
me. They still do,
So,
apparently, which blew my mind. I thought they was gonna forget me.
so listen. I heard you say that you witnessed her and Patrick like
Yeah.
smack the kids or whatever, like smack blood in one of the kids' mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
There was one time she was on live and she had like swiped up, which is when you pause the live, and when she came back, we didn't see her hit him, but Jeremiah was like, "You smacked me in my face," something like that, and she kind of like, "Boy, shut up or I
Uh-huh.
will," she kind of like played it off or
Yeah.
whatever. Have you
Yeah.
ever
And
seen?
it's used.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's usually kind of a smaller start to it before it's a bigger thing. Because sometimes they can be, uh, what's the word for it? I don't want to call it back talking kids.
Rambunctious,
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
mischievous.
But they kids. So,
Yeah.
again, it's how you handle it. And she'll jump to the extreme of it. But, again, I can't find a means to ever back. I just don't see a means to rule something with fear. It never works. The thing
Right.
end up resenting and hating you. Like I
Right.
don't resent and hate the dude who helped to raise me. I respect him. I would die for him out of loyalty and love because he showed me nothing but. And
Right.
that's why I'm so connected to the children because they care. They actually care. I would go or I'm like I remember instances, and so the oldest girl, she would see me depressed about the situation. I remember one time she came and sat down on the couch and she just sat down right there and I wasn't even noticing like that, but I sit on the couch and stuff and she just turned and
Mhm.
just gave me a hug. And I was just sitting there, I'm like, what's this for? And she was like, you just look like you need a hug. And I
Oh,
was like, thank you so much. And I gave her a hug back and she just sat there, she just hugged me and I'm like, you guys really do care, don't you? And she was like, yeah, we care. She was like, you care about us. That's what she told me. She said, you care about us. And I was
one
like, I
thing
do.
is for certain. Ty pointed this out earlier. Those children are very outspoken. They know what
Yes.
they like. They
And
know
they
what they
know
don't
what's
like.
going
They
on. They're
know
not
who they
ignorant.
like. Right. So if they took
Yeah,
to
they've been
call
exposed
you
to enough to
stepdaddy,
know.
right. That's all I really need to know about y'all vibe. Because those kids ain't finna be like stepdaddy, stepdaddy to anybody. If anything,
Right.
they'd be like, nigga, you ain't our dad. You know what I mean? Them kids is not
Right.
no,
No, that's how it was. You think
yeah.
they ever, that was one of the things that used to pee Patrick off is when they called me, they never call him dad.
No,
Nothing
I
like,
know.
never ever heard him call Patrick daddy.
Nope.
Ever. Ever.
Nope.
Not one time. Will tried to make her oldest boy do it once, but he did kind of stutter it out, but it was kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, I remember them having a conversation about what they were
Yeah,
supposed to call the
no,
nigga when he got there. So you ain't
no,
lying.
no, yeah, that was that used to irritate him. I'm like, I can't help it. I mean, it don't bother me at all. I liked it. I mean, they could call me Joe, they could call me stepdad, they could call me whatever they choose. Confidant, friend, whatever. It's just know I'm here for you. That's all. I want the best for you. I have no negative attributes towards you or want to see your downfall in any way. And if there's anything I can ever do to help you come up, don't hesitate to ask. If it's mine and I got it, it's yours. If I don't got it, I'm gonna go get it.
No, that's right.
No, that is
Yes,
crap.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I did hear you say that you felt like, oh, that was rubberish when somebody mentioned about the kids touching the other kids, but that is actually something that came from the kids. That's not like a lie that Muriel told. It was like
Yeah,
the kids talking in the background and we overheard it. It wasn't something that was supposed to be on live.
right.
I actually
I
get kind of
spoke with
weird
their
talking about it.
grandmother and respective to it because when I first heard it too, I'm like, I was not aware of it. And we had a really in-depth talk about it, and she spoke with them in depth about it. And for the best of our determination, that was total garbage.
Yeah.
It got reported like that based on the circumstance of the situation. I guess in a similar way how she took that video and ran with it, something like that.
Yeah.
Nah,
For the
Was
kids'
the
sake, I
victim of
hope.
opportunity.
did y'all know that the kids, and this is a fact, that the kids had came together and decided that they was gonna go against her
Sabotage.
every time she went live.
I
Boy
believe
said,
it
what?
because they were uncomfortable. They didn't like that live.
Hmm.
And if
Wait, I
people,
missed that part. Say that again, Todd. They said they was going what
No, they
collectively?
came together. The
Uh-huh.
kids they clicked up together and they all agreed like when she went live,
Uh-huh.
when they acted up and was doing all that shit in the background and stuff like that, they
hmm
did
Uh-huh.
that shit on purpose.
Yeah, it makes sense. That sounds like them
yeah,
too.
yeah. And
And
honestly,
I'm
that's
just,
not far fetched.
yeah, no, it's
Because
not.
I
I tell
remember,
you, that sound like them too. That sound like them
Yeah,
too. Like, cause some of the times they was screwing the house up. That was making me funny too. Sometimes they used to screw the house up purposely, intentionally, because they was angry. She'd be mean or not let them have something they want, and they just do whatever.
yeah, like one time Hezekiah asked her, she was like, something, something, if y'all want to talk to me, you can come and talk to me. And he was like, on the live. And she was like, no, it don't got to be live. And he was like, well, good. So I'm like, that lets me know that those kids don't like this. They don't like being on live 24/7, getting teased by their friends. They came home and told her the kids were at school teasing them and they were watching this shit. She like, oh no,
Wow.
y'all must have showed them. Those kids are embarrassed. Why would they show them? Like if they're telling you something, listen to them. So I can. Those kids are smart too. I can
I'm
definitely see
telling
like,
you.
yo,
I'm
we gonna
telling
pull
you.
out ones and twos, the math through. You gonna sprinkle a little here over there, and we gonna pull up on the left. Any like yeah, get this motherfucker out of here. Them kids didn't like that shit. Oh, booty. You faked me out. I thought you was going to bed. Yeah, yeah. Girl, I'm trying to sneak and go smoke some pot. This baby is not having it. Natural born cock blocker. You hear me? Oh, I be trying to get some of smoke. He be like, wait a minute. C told it that M was having nightmares. Oh, yeah, he did say that. And I did have, before me and Cooper got into it, because we were pretty cool for a little bit. And we did have a conversation about that. Now I don't think he's bullshitting. Some people were saying they believe he was bitter and just mad, and I don't think he was lying about that. I think he was a father really upset that his son was hurt.
and
Just
I,
so we can have a good time. Yeah, kid.
aside from the interview, and that's another thing, is because I've heard a lot of people speak on Cooper and some of the, I guess the other interviews and a few things he did. I only saw one interview with Cooper and Charlie, and I mean, it seemed semi-neutral. I mean, I guess, but I heard a few other things about how Cooper is supposedly he is on the platform still. I heard incognito, but it most likely is not, and that was of a concern too, because I thought that it had something in direct correlation with her and her like pushing him away from it. I know they were speaking about her manipulating him to, well, them manipulating each other sort of to have visitation rights with the twins, but you know,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
he said that she tried to finessing to basically. So she was saying she wanted to see the twins. Cooper told me that she was trying to move into his place, and she was telling him that there was a way where she could stay there and they could keep it away from CPS. Like she don't got to be left with the girls or something like that. She was trying to get secure a place to stay. That's what Cooper told me.
That's
So
very much possible.
while she was claiming she had a 6 bedroom house, that was around that time when she had to get out the house. She was claiming she had a 6 bedroom house, but I don't know.
Yeah. 6 bedroom house from who?
Right. She said she secured her 6 bedroom house. And
What, a
Pisces, yes.
land bank house?
This is Pisces. When she tried to say it happened on the bus, this is how I knew it was bullshit. Because those kids are telling you something going on and you don't even want to entertain the thought and get to the bottom of it.
Right.
But you'll just, oh, it happened on a bus. You're willing to accept that it happened on a bus, but you don't call the Board of Education. You don't call the Board of Transportation. You don't, nothing at all
Then
because you
again,
know
she
what's going
accused
on.
me of being a pedophile, never called the cops, never called CPS, never launched an investigation of any kind.
Right. And that makes no sense. And let's be clear everybody knows how thirsty Muriel is for $1. If
I'm
something
telling
like that
you,
would have happened on that school bus, she would have been like, oh, I'm calling the school. I'm calling the news. I'm going to sue. That's the
right,
first thing her
and
broke ass think about.
capitalize. Right.
Right.
Hell yeah. Again, walk in front of a bus because it can't pay attention to the money or paying too much of attention to the money on the ground. Telling
Right.
you.
Right. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
And I just think, I just pray for them kids because they're going to have so much trauma to unpack. All of us been through shit, but we don't get to come on and watch it on YouTube over and over and over again. So just think about these kids' trauma. It's always there to remind them to play over. They can't even get into little spats or beef in school because
Right.
people already going to have ammo on them. That
Right.
shit sucks.
Yeah, and that's why I'm focusing so hardly over on rewriting all of that history, so that when they stand up and these things, because these things are, I'll never be able to get rid of going on the Steve Wilkos show. That's a part of my life. I regret it, but it happened, unfortunately. So all I can do now is make everything in front of it from now on slightly better. So whenever that's looked upon, I can say that's where I was and this is where I is. This is where I came from. Or,
Yeah.
to the of it all.
Yeah.
And that's how I want them to look at it. Not that's where it was. I mean, those things happen and those things played a role, but they aren't who you are. Where you at right now, how you feel about yourself in this moment, that's who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, wait, so no, actually, I don't even need to know. I'm sure she dropped out of middle school.
Oh,
Yeah.
Muriel?
Yeah, I don't even know. I was about to ask that. I know she ain't got no damn education. Never mind.
Yeah, I think she
I'm
kicked
tripping.
out like ninth grade, something like that. Yeah, I think it was like ninth grade.
Mm, okay. And it shows. And it shows.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, every aspect too. That's the worst of it. I mean, I used to try to ignore it. That's another thing to get me. That I feel bad for Thomas because even though he a little crazy, I mean, well, a decent amount of crazy, he not stupid. Stupidity is to know of and to continue to do at its full extent of itself. He just a little out there with the crazy of it. And I think like man's like you and her are just not gonna mix right. You gonna get stuck in a minute. She gonna put you in a situation where you can't defend her honor because you gonna be too busy trying to defend your own. And she gonna make you look stupid and you not. And you gonna have to make a choice. It's gonna
I,
happen. It's gonna happen. She did it to me too many times. She did it to all of us. Every last one of us. Ask Cooper, ask Gerard, all of us. Yeah, it's the most messed up thing in the world, and it's like, that's when you gonna get shit gonna really hit the fan, because she gonna be super heated that you just didn't take her side. It's not right or wrong, it's sides. You gotta constantly take her side. If she say jump off this damn building, you say, look, that's stupid, don't think that. You just better jump off that fucking building. If you don't, she gonna push you because she gonna be mad because you ain't just do what she talking about. It ain't right or wrong, it's just her. It's what she want.
I kind of get that too. Like, in her distorted mind, like, when I hear her say stuff like, "Oh, I'm happy. You bitches wanted me to be miserable. You bitches wanted me. You bitches wanted me." And it's like, no, Muriel, we're sitting around discussing the shit that you're doing because the
Mm-hmm.
shit that you're doing is foul. You're abusing and mistreating children. We're not over here praying and wishing that you have a terrible day. We're not
Right? And
praying
people hating on your
crash and
life.
burn. Right, we're
Right.
watching you crash and burn. We don't want you to keep bumping into the wall.
Yeah.
We actually want
Right.
you to
Like we
stop.
encourage
I'm
her to
like,
do
I know,
better.
yeah, you put feet into like, no, for real. This is people who feel pity for you and they want you to do better. They want you to get help. That's why they
Right.
watching it. It's like the same fucking thing people watch Jerry Springer. Well, that and for the laugh of it.
So, Joe, you from out there, have you ever heard of Thomas or his family or anything like that? Went to school together?
Uh-uh.
Know somebody that knows
Nope.
somebody?
I had literally, so I didn't become aware to her whole prenuptial desires until about 2 weeks ago. Well, about, no, it ain't even that long. Like 7, 8 days ago. Like
Okay.
literally, I haven't. Yeah, it was just over last weekend. I didn't even know. It wasn't until last Friday that I even knew she had been doing all this crazy. I didn't even know the kids had gotten taken. I mean, I always speculated it was going to be something negative to that extent that would happen, mostly because, I knew where it was left. But I figured if it hadn't happened, I had been following them for the longest, and I lost a lot of the touch with the kids directly when their grandmother died. Their uh,
Hi, I'm going to bring Pisces up. She
side.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a part of it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I just got one more thing to say. If we're gonna keep it real, we're gonna keep it real. Because obviously, Joe, no disrespect to you, might be in denial about something. And Charlie was the one which initially, with all her cases, put the plug. I mean, he woke it up. From what I know, it could have been others. There was a live that went on, and the kids were saying, one of the kids, they were like, "I'm gonna tell Mama you was touching on me last night," and one of the other kids said, "So tell her she ain't gonna believe you." Blah blah blah. That's what set the internet off. That initially got them taken.
Uh,
So if that's you might not have seen them, and you said 7 days, and you haven't watched them. I don't want you to watch or see or hear this, but it's the truth. I know you know them for whatever. That
huh.
is what initially shook the ground where whoever was on the internet, where they started sending them to the Detroit police
I
all
got
over.
you.
It
Well,
was it's on YouTube where the
I got
kids
you.
were talking about them touching each other and
I
stuff.
know,
So
and
I don't
this is
want you to be in denial.
no, I'm
But
not.
and
No,
then you
no, no. Well,
mentioned
just really quick. I didn't mean to cut you off, but just
no,
because
no, no. Go
I'm
ahead,
not
Joe.
trying to, but because I was really concerned about this, and like I said, I spoke in depth with their grandmother about just getting an idea of it, and I started to kind of correlate it with other things I've seen in the past. And again, they have been known to show traits of her just because that's what they know. For instance,
Right, and then
a
you even mentioned
situation
in that,
like,
and you didn't partake in it, that she wanted to initiate when they were in the room, whatever fantasies. And one thing I'm gonna say this ain't got nothing to do with Ty. I'm gonna say this. Charlie should have shared that. Charlie should have shared that because as much as he wanted the first interview, he should have shared that, brother. And actually, it was just how it happened was Charlie just listening, watching her lives, and then he caught the
children talking in the background because she was big on
Right,
letting the children talk. And they just
right,
was having their moment. Like somebody
right.
said they were, because one of them would say, oh, y'all live don't know when mommy swipe left, she smacks us and beats us. The
But
kids
that's what I'm
used to say
saying
that.
right there. That's what I'm saying
Right. But then
exactly.
they
What I mean, the
also
kids.
said,
But
if
if they don't
I'ma
like
tell
it, they
mama
will
we was
definitely
touching,
do
tell everything.
something to try to sabotage. That's what I mean. They're not stupid. If they don't like something, they know that you guys don't approve of this thing. So they might do something to try to sabotage it. For instance, if they cut the camera
Joe,
and they
I
get irritated
understand
with you,
sabotage
and
and
be
I
like, I smacked
understand
the shit out
ain't
of
no
you. And
child
be like, you better
sabotaging
smack
nothing
me.
talking about they sexually being touched now. Come on, brother, you're highly intelligent. Now I'm not gonna accept that. Being
Okay.
highly intelligent and
Uh,
sabotaging something is great, but ain't no children
they
and
kids.
they I
They
don't care
kids. No
how highly
adults
equipped they
would.
are
Ain't
from
no
their
adults
ages,
would,
the
but they
ages that they
children.
are equipped to sabotage nothing
Again,
to
you
say
gotta
that
think
I'm
about
gonna
the
tell
background
mama
that they
you
come
was
from.
touching on me. Now,
Think about the background that
brother,
they
I gotta
come
stop
from
you
and they
there.
kids. The background that they come
Yes,
from,
they're
their kids
kids,
is
but you
super
know how many
important.
kids get touched and be telling the truth and motherfuckers don't
And
believe
you
them?
know how many kids
You
say
know how many
stuff that
kids
they've
tell
been
the
taught
truth
to
and
say for
motherfuckers don't believe
situations?
them? So you're not gonna get me with that one, Joe. You're in denial. That's what initially got the kids taken. We were listening to a live and we heard the kids in the background. That's where the school bus shit came from because she tried to flip it. But the kids had already told it. That's why somebody said on Ty's Live, well, why she got all these cameras? She
Best
knew the
thing I
kids
can
were
think to
touching
say
each
is
other.
that out of anybody is
She
however
knew
many
the
hundred
kids were
people in the
touching each other,
room,
Joe, and she tried to
I
say
know the
it's they
children
not
more than
doing it, it's the
better than
people on the
anybody
bus.
else. So there's that too. I mean, if I'm in denial,
Okay.
I'm in denial with a
Okay.
little bit more info. But I get
Joe,
you. I respect it.
Joe,
I'll look at
she said the
but
people, she said it wasn't the kids touching each other. She said it was children on the bus, but yes, she never filed a complaint. She never went against the school board. She never went against the school. So people started challenging that.
she said it was
I
kids in
don't
the
give a damn
school.
what you believe, how much you love him. They was touching each other. You said yourself she wanted to have sex in front of them. Brother, it went down. Whether you believe it or not, it went down. And that was the jawbreaker that got them taken from those lives. She tried to say it was a school bus. It wasn't the people on the school bus, because every mother on this motherfucker would have burnt that schoolhouse down. Muriel did nothing. Muriel said, oh, well, you know how kids are. No, 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 no. And Matthew, the one you thought you was part, now I don't mean to say no names. He's the one. He's the one that told it all. He was the deal breaker. It went down, Joe. And whether you choose to accept it or not, that ain't my point. Again, a great job to you. But this shit got to be addressed. And once you said she liked to have sex in front of the kids, you just sealed the deal. Because we all were wondering, where did they get this from? As much as you confirmed her craziness, you also confirmed the fact that where the kids got it from. And as you said, you only knew about 3 niggas that she fucked, and you thought
Yeah,
it
but
was
when I
potentially,
said in front of the kids, I
hold
meant
up,
the
and you thought
youngest
that
kid
maybe
when
it
the
was
kid was a
no,
baby,
no,
not in front of the
no.
older kids that were talking.
You yourself said that you could
I
take her to
did.
CVS. Hold up, just hear me out.
Uh-huh.
You yourself
All
said
right.
you could drive her to CVS, and while you on your way to go get a pregnancy test, you could be fucking the next nigga. So we
She
know
could.
you shared that. So now we
She
know where the kids
could.
got it from. Not you, Joe. Not judging you. Got it from her. You haven't been on these lives listening to what we've been hearing. The
Okay.
kids been touching each other, brother.
Still not
It's true.
conclusive for
And guess
me, but
what?
I'm
And
just
I'm
a
gonna
man
say
of
this:
science.
Charlie's a
And,
bitch ass nigga because he should have told you this. Because he's the
I
one
wouldn't
that
call
initially
Charlie
shook it up
that.
and got him
Charlie, I
taken.
mean, again, we all indifferent people. I mean,
No, we not indifferent people.
Charlie
It's the truth.
it wasn't Charlie's intent to ever come down, and I honestly believe that, even
But
though I
he
don't
should have
agree with
told you the
everything
truth
he
because
did.
that was prominent evidence. Because he know your love for them children.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but
Okay, when
again,
you don't play with nobody's heart. You don't play with nobody's heart. Because I noticed you agreed and agreed with everything everybody said, but every time it came down to anybody waking this up about them touching you, no, they went, brother, it went down. It happened. And
I
Charlie
think
is
that you adamantly believe that. That's about as much as I'm willing to go. But based
and
on the
that's
evidence
okay.
that you
That's okay,
presented,
Joe. And guess what? I'm not
I
judging you
wouldn't
on that,
condemn
brother.
anybody. Well, I can't legally. That's not enough information to be conclusive. All of it is a lot of information, but by definition, that's called circumstantial. None of that is conclusive to anything. And because I know them better, I am more qualified to be competent to make those measures. I know what they're capable of. I know the
Okay, and
situation I
guess
went
what?
through and saw and
You no
stuff.
no. You said
It
yourself you haven't
might.
seen him. You said yourself you haven't had contact with them in over 5 years. You don't know what could
Granted,
have transpired in 5 years. You don't
Granted, but
know. You haven't
scorpions
even been on the
sting. I
live.
know that I've seen the children do some manipulative things that are almost as cunning as their mother because it's a learned habit. But I'm not saying that this stuff, but as far as I can attest to, it just does not fit the bill. So a lot more real evidence needs to be presented before something that drastic and that defined can be the answer to it. But yeah, I personally, I wouldn't call it denial. I'm just, being scientifically
Okay,
accurate.
okay. And guess what? And guess what, brother? I respect and I acknowledge everything you're saying. And
Certainly.
I'm
I'm glad
intelligently,
for you shedding some more light on it.
hold up. I'm intelligently enough to dissect your big words and everything you're using. But I'm going to say this to you. When Charlie first talked to you and you agreed to give him that interview, he should have said, explain to you, brother, what really went down. Let me tell you something. It wasn't just Patrick's beating. It was the listen to the children talk about how they touch on each other at night. That sealed the deal. It was it. Patrick's beating thing sealed the deal, but before that, it was a whole uproar before that. And him, you promised him that interview, he should have kept it real with you. That's just my personal opinion. And guess what? I understand your love for him, but guess
True.
what? There's a whole lot of children that people claim they love, and when they tell them,
Pisces,
"Mommy, this
girl.
person touching on me," nobody believes them. Just how you in denial, that's the same way them motherfuckers was in denial when she tried to put it on the school bus children. But yet she filed no charges.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? If you don't believe me,
Pisces.
wait.
I got people in the queue,
Wait. I'm gonna
girl.
say
You
this.
ain't got to
I'm
hold the
gonna say this to
goddamn
you,
whole
brother.
live there.
I'm gonna say this to you, brother. The same way you said, put your 1,000 to one. I'm gonna put my 3,000 to one. Call Charlie and ask him what the kids said. Call Charlie and ask him what the kids said. What video he got. I put my
Again,
3,000 to your one.
again,
Call
I
Charlie and
don't
ask him
deny
why
that
he
the
didn't tell you
children
the truth about that.
possibly said that. I don't deny that it's
He didn't
possible
share
the
that with
children
you. He
said
just
that.
wanted the interview. He didn't share the truth with you.
Yeah,
I
he
put my
didn't reprise
3,000
it
to
to
your
me.
one. Get in touch with Charlie and ask him why he didn't share that part with you.
I
I put
assume
my
he
Share
didn't
what
3,000
want to
part?
to your
disturb
one.
me.
Like you said
Yeah,
earlier.
I'd be curious to know somewhat, but I
I'll
assume
put my
somewhat
Share
along those
3,000
what
to your
lines.
part?
one. Call Charlie and ask him why he never told you that part.
Part what? What part?
The part about him was the one that exposed the children talking in the live about them touching each other at night. That's what Muriel tried to say. It ain't them touching on each other. It's the people on the bus. So
That
there
just
had
seemed
been an
like another
initial claim
manipulation
when
from her
CPS
end to
first
make it
came out.
decisive. She
But
can't just be
I
like they lying because they all would nut up like they ain't lying the same way. Why would some kids say some shit like that? But y'all don't know. If they not stupid. They can be
them
just
right. Them kids
they
ain't
can be
stupid. I'm
just
trying to
as
tell you.
ruthless as she is if they want to be. Like, don't get it wrong. It's just they are good. They
You know what? You
actually
know what?
still good hearted.
As sharp as you are, Muriel still got you under control. Cause you sound like a fucking
No.
fool right now.
Pisces. Now, hold on. I'm about to let you down because I got other people in the queue.
Okay.
All right. Now, hold on. But I want to say this, right? Let me say this. Okay. It ain't like, listen, it's a lot of us. And like I said, my brother Charlie, me, Black Velvet was on her ass for real first. But I didn't know if Charlie was reporting on her or not. I mean, reporting on Miriam or not. I know Charlie covered everybody. Okay, And we all got on her ass around the same time. We all got on her ass around the same time. So when them kids was doing
Right.
that shit and or saying certain shit or whatever and this and that, it came out that they were coming against her every time that motherfucking anytime she went live, the kids was making up and saying they turned the fuck up all the way
Right.
up.
I'm like, y'all don't know. If they get enough pissed off,
Listen,
they not stupid. They
hold on,
learn
Joe.
by
Hold
watching
on, Joe.
her.
Hold on, Joe. C24.
Yeah.
Guess what? Y'all motherfuckers can't seem to stay the fuck up out of here, right? Y'all come in this motherfucker and say the same sentence over and over again. But guess what? I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do in my shit. I'm going to talk about that bitch until I'm good and goddamn ready to fucking stop. Y'all coming in here saying whatever the fuck ain't gonna stop shit. If y'all can't see y'all fucking asses the fuck up out of here, do anybody need the fucking help to get the fuck up out of here and never the fuck come back? Speak now. Because when I fucking catch your ass, guess what? You're going to be kicked out of this bitch for life. And you're going to have to make another troll page to get back up on my dick. So that's what you, who want to do what? Because like I said, I'm not pressed for the fucking view. I don't give a fuck.
So I need one
Y'all
of the
come in this
100.
motherfucker saying that shit like it's gonna change something. Bitch, I'm grown. I do what the fuck I want to. So whoever the fuck don't like me talking about it, stop coming in here listening to me talk about the bitch.
Right. Stop listening if you don't like hearing.
Fuck. Y'all be weird as hell. Coming in this motherfucker saying the same stupid shit over and over again like that's going, ooh, I'm really, oh my God, let me stop talking about it because the comments said so. Fuck y'all, suck my dick from the back. What's up?
Thank you. And I just want to add to that, and we're gonna keep talking about her. So, bitch, why do you keep coming over the same stupid shit you already know? Hello, Joe. How are you? As far as Charles didn't have to tell you a goddamn thing. You wasn't there, and you passed the lie detector that you.
Right. And that's my response to everything.
Nobody can't
Polygraph.
make you feel bad. You own a. Or you said you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, what it is.
I always do me. I don't do nobody else. I do time.
Mm.
Okay? If motherfuckers don't like how the fuck this content go the fuck over here, stay the fuck out my window. Stop getting on troll pages and come to fucking here. The fuck be wrong with y'all? Y'all be weird as hell. You coming up
Right.
here to waste a motherfucking sentence, bitch. Like I give a
Right.
fuck. Y'all gonna get cussed the fuck out too. Fuck.
Facts. We on this hood rat neck. Fuck you. And if y'all abuse some kids, we'll be on your ass
Yo,
too.
neck too.
The fuck?
Right.
Fuck.
Right.
I better
Y'all
ask
motherfuckers
about
get
what.
all this smoke that she gets.
Okay.
Matter of
Ty
fact,
is
that's
not
even
new to
worse.
this.
Even worse.
She
If
true to this.
somebody's stupid enough to be doing some dumbass shit like she fucking did on live after everything that went down as it is, they're gonna be clowned 10 times worse. You can't be that. Fool me once, you okay, maybe. Fool me twice, you stupid as fuck.
All right. Well, my thing, right, is I don't understand in our community why it takes more than a child's
Go
word.
to bed. I don't even know why you.
Like, I can see if you say, oh, I don't know if it happened, but to just confidently say that it didn't happen, like, we got to do better in our community, guys. That's my personal opinion. Like, my thing is, if a child says that, I'm rolling with the kid, period.
Here's the
And
thing. After I spoke to them on it, they this is what they told me that actually didn't. So and then I started kind of putting the stuff together with it too. I'm like, this was kind of intended. Y'all didn't know it was gonna garner that kind of attention, but y'all knew it was gonna garner a hell of a lot of attention. and this is where it kind of ended. And that's where again I can't say beyond because there's no way to know that, but it just don't.
So do you think the baby daddy is lying? Because one of
Say
the
again.
baby daddies is now seeking justice and help for his child because his child said that some things happened.
Again, I don't know the full extent of it, but it just don't still doesn't sound like it fits the bill. It to me, it just doesn't. But I mean, if more information presents itself that makes it unequivocal, like I don't know, an admission by them to me, or some video recording, or something decisive besides people seeing snippets and putting it all together to conclude something, then it is what it is. But as far as I can attest to it, it doesn't seem that direction. Again, especially since I've seen them do things to manipulate her, like break stuff and steal stuff,
Uh,
destroy stuff. I mean,
I'm
not just
I'm
you
sorry,
know.
Joe. My phone, my internet. I just got off from work. However, what I was saying as a kid that was touched, a lot of them kids, she said to her goddamn self, "Oh, it's normal. Them kids don't know up from down, sad,
Mm-hmm.
crisscross, what the fuck ever." So for people to say, you might not have known that it happened. You know what I'm saying? My mother wasn't in a position to know that it happened because I was in my grandmother's care and she was working. Shit fucking happens, but it ain't nobody's obligation to tell you every little thing. You gonna find out. You know who you was dealing with, and I'm not defending her nor you, but
Uh-huh.
somebody came in the chat and said, "Oh, he agreed with it." That's how you know he's a fucking idiot. And there's some troll people that she didn't son over because you passed the lie detector test. That's not even the question. The kids did say that somebody was touching them. They was touching each other.
Mm-hmm.
However, she said all kids do it. All kids play hazard. So she justifying it. They don't know the difference. And maybe they haven't told nobody because they think it's normal. People have to look at it from all sides. Unless you've been touched, you would never know when somebody tell you, "I'm gonna do something to you. I'm gonna do something to your mom. I'm gonna do something to your family." If you say something, it's a whole range of things that
Mm-hmm.
people can threaten you with and say things to you, and then just not knowing because they mammy's ignorant.
Facts.
Thank you.
Well, let me say this then, and I guess this is the last I can say in the particulars of this. Like I said, I do not know. I confidently want to believe that it's not how it sounds, but I do not know. And I feel as though I will continue to work with them and check for the best of their well being. And if this issue, excuse me, if the stop, roll away, damn it. Sorry about that,
Oh
y'all.
no, you good.
If the issue does arise to show itself into something else, then I'll deal with it at that time, and we can get them the help that they need and sort it out. I mean, I've never dealt with. That's why it was a weird issue for me too, going on the wheel, because I've never dealt with anything like this in my
Before.
family history.
Right.
Excuse
You
me,
know,
Joe, but I want to address Bree because she's like, well, he passed one question. Well, whatever the question was, he passed it. You want to make him a child abuser or something? To me, what? Y'all be weird. Everybody ain't no fucking pedophile. This man actually loved them kids. God damn.
well,
Right.
everybody don't
Because if
always be
anybody want to be
decisive
accused of a
against
pedophile,
everything.
why ain't nobody accusing her for touching on
Yeah,
them
it,
kids?
it, it is an opinion.
Well, why didn't
But
anybody say why
you
she
ain't gonna
not
say
taking a
that them.
polygraph to the fact of anything?
You
I
can
mean,
come
it's a
up with a
whole bunch of
question.
ways to look at it.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you can always speak to the decisive other side of the spectrum of what could be. I mean, that's what she good at playing. The gray area.
Yeah, we will see. Cause this my thing though, right? Cause motherfuckers be so quick to point the finger at a motherfucking man, right? Because those cases has always either been reported or motherfuckers done lied on the man or whatever. So don't nobody report the woman. So
Yeah, good
what would
point.
y'all think, right? How would y'all feel if she took a polygraph test and got asked the question if she ever touched her kids? and failed it.
That's
How
another
long?
thing. I asked her to take a polygraph. She refused. When we was on the Wilco show, I asked her to take one, and they told me she was. It wasn't until I got on the stage, just before I went on the stage, they told me that she refused, and they wasn't gonna make her, and I could still go out if I wanted to or not. And then they gave me the paperwork, and I'm sitting there. I signed the paperwork. Lady come back in. Oh, by the way, she told us A, B, and C and everything. They're gonna be out to come and get you to go out on stage in a second. All right, thanks for the paperwork. Bye. Pretty much. They like all planned it out in sequence like that. So I'm assessing she obviously really does understand how verifiable it really is. A lot of people want to talk to the admissibility of it, but I take it over and over and over again because I know that the result's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
That's as clear as
Oh,
it
so
is right
she wouldn't
there.
take one when you
Oh,
requested
she
for her to take
refused
one.
to. No, well, I knew she was cheating on me, and she had a bunch of other stuff going on. I just wanted to know specific details of stuff, and she wasn't having that. Yeah,
But Ty, you're right on point with that because let's be clear. Muriel, when she was lined up with Randy Keys, I don't even watch his ass. I can't stand his ass, but it is on YouTube. She said out of her mouth that her son, I ain't gonna say his name, the youngest boy, was hunching her, like literally humping on her in the bed in a sexual way. And she said, basically, oh, y'all act like it don't happen in the black community. It's normal in the black community. We just need to
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation about these things. But let's be clear. If he was hunching on her in the bed,
Mm-hmm.
there's a reason why. That's
Mm-hmm.
because she made him comfortable too. A little
Mm-hmm.
boy ain't gonna just be hunching on you if you make it like it's something wrong or
On
you
his
shut it
mama,
down. You understand? She made that boy comfortable to do that.
but
There's a reason
Candy,
why.
on his
Yeah,
mama, on his mama. Now, I ain't about to sit up
right.
here and act like it ain't cases to where kids done touched each other. Man, listen, I done dealt with them all. I done cared for them all. And
Mm-hmm.
all types of kids done been in the psych unit to where that's what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not outside of the norm, but for a mother to act as if it is okay for her son to hunch
Mm-hmm.
on her. That's the shit that y'all motherfuckers need to be questioning. That's the shit that y'all
Right.
motherfuckers need to be talking about. That's the shit
Right.
that y'all motherfuckers need to be bringing to attention. Not sit up
kind of.
Right.
here accusing the man who passed the polygraph test.
Yeah,
Y'all
kind
gonna
of.
make him have to fail the test and make him have to be
What
something that
about
he ain't
that?
when it's proven that he ain't.
Right.
That's new information too. I wasn't aware of the whatever that. That's yeah. That's
Sick
new.
as
Yeah.
fuck. Joe,
Yeah.
when I tell you, this bitch used to get on here and literally with a smile or a smirk on her face, like she
Yeah,
was
I know.
happy to hear that Samaya was doing some weird ass shit, messaging a boy her body parts.
Right.
That's some other shit that's not about to go
People
down.
gotta read between
Real
the
fucking
lines.
close tabs on these little boys thinking that shit gonna go down like that. Like that's one of my huge concerns, especially now that she at that point of age. Because
Right.
even back
Mm-hmm.
then when she was 8 and 9 and stuff, she still had a certain way about her and stuff. And I always tried to keep her on the more elegant side of it. And now I've been absent, I gotta push it harder than ever. And she
But
don't even know it, but I'm gonna be on her ass like white or rice. Them little
But
boys in school, they
listen,
ain't gonna be able to say shit without ready to cough. You know
Joe,
what
the
I'm saying?
point is her mother's reaction, her body language, the smirk on her face when she was
Yeah,
describing it. Like, yeah, my daughter's gonna be just like me. She won't
mhm,
be no better than me. Like, it was sick.
it was sick. It was
but she,
sick.
yeah, but the smirk on my face is knowing that she not gonna be like that. Absolutely not.
And
Nope.
I know it.
For the very first garbage to walk past her so she can take it for all of its worth. She better than that. She way better than that.
The way Muriel will speak about her, like, she only
I
got such
know.
and such years till she 18. Or like she just in a hurry for her to grow up. That shit's sickening. That's a predator. And if it was a man that was doing and saying the shit that Muriel does and says,
He
it
be
would
in
be a
jail.
problem.
Yeah,
It's
he
the
been in
point. The
jail.
double standard is crazy. We got to stop teaching our kids be wary of the man in the scary van because these bitches are predators too.
Yup. And just
Mhm.
nobody paying attention.
This is
Yep.
exactly why my kids
It's
can't play
look,
with
just
just
look.
anybody
Right,
toys. I don't care.
right. Because a lot of these weird ass bitches be letting a lot of shit go on, bruh.
Telling you.
Right.
Like, you know how many cases it is of women letting these niggas fuck on their daughters?
Yes. Talk about putting them on a stroll, call them bitches,
Good night,
Yes.
Bree.
hang out in a room with them while they in the room fucking another man.
That's some, yeah, I ain't heard
Inappropriate
of.
shit like that.
Like, come on, bruh. To keep a man and shit because the man want to stay, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to fuck with the mama. He only stand because he want to fuck the daughter. And the mama don't want to lose her man, so she letting the nigga stay to fuck on her daughter.
Damn,
Right.
you talk about some Jerry Springer
All
shit.
while treating her daughter like shit because she low key jealous instead of protecting her daughter.
And then, y'all ain't see what Tristan said. The bitch had a fucking camera right by Samaya bed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How many cameras was it total? Y'all
It was
Man,
a
know?
lot though. All the
this bitch
sleep
So
had
when you
cameras
recordings.
say a lot,
inside
so
of
you
the
make it sound like it was
house.
more than five.
Inside of the house. I don't know how many she had. How many did she have, brother?
She had, I know it was a couple in the basement. You want to come up, Tristan? I know. Okay, Samaya room, the boys' room. Was it some in the? I know it was some in the living room. She said out her own mouth. Wow. Yeah, her mouth is her biggest enemy.
She had six, baby doll. Damn, five, six.
That sound about right. That's the max you can get in a bundle when you get the Xfinity.
But why do you think why do y'all think it was that many cameras though?
Well, entertainment.
I
Same
don't know,
thing,
girl.
think, because I'm assuming if it's a bunch of cameras around the house, it sounds like a reality show kind of concept. Again, she was really into that kind of stuff, so that sounds possible.
So you think she
Mm,
was recording her own self within inside her house, what, to try to like make videos of it or something?
However, aspect of it was to inevitably money. Yeah,
I don't know.
whether they was from her private camera kind of aspect, or I mean, because I don't know the full extent. If Cooper saying he didn't bump and met her up in a strip club and she was a stripper right after I left her, I'm like, hell, doing cam girl stuff is actually even easier.
But
Let's get down.
when Cooper came over there to smash her, Patrick was up in the room with Samaya.
Maya.
Patrick beating on Samaya, but the boys don't get no kind of discipline. You don't
Mm.
even chastise the boy, but you go straight to putting your hands on Samaya because she wants what? To protect her privacy, her space, her little sanctuary.
And
Come
that's
on now.
always been
Them
her
cameras
thing.
wasn't for
She
no
was
damn
shit that
reality show.
hates sharing so much of her space. And I get it because she was glued to the youngest like constantly. Well, the youngest at the time.
Man. Yeah, she was worried about those recordings, y'all. Y'all, she was definitely worried. It's definitely was something on that phone. Whatever that camera was linked to, for sure. She was sweating.
Every day I'm learning more about this crap. As many videos I thought I watched, I must have missed a hell of a lot more than I thought.
Listen, Joe, I haven't even got through shit a third of that shit.
That's
Hmm.
what makes it so funny while people clown and talk about y'all still own it. Like, hell yeah, ain't got through half the damn book yet.
Right.
Right.
I
It's
But
still
7, 8
on the
months
first
of this
fucking
shit.
we'll be
for
ready for
real,
the
for real.
damn movie.
I
Right.
have not went back and seen because I didn't. I didn't know about Muriel like when she first started coming on here, right? And showing the kids and shit. I wasn't hip to her until motherfuckers came to me like, "Are you man, you Ty, you see this bitch, this girl, oh my God, such and such and such going on." I'm like, man, come on, y'all. Like, she got 7 kids. That shit might be hard on her. You feel me, though? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It probably ain't that bad. Motherfuckers like, no, Ty, you ain't seen shit. You ain't seen shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
I
gave
remember
the
one
bitch the
time somebody
benefit of the
came over
doubt.
here and told you her shit was filthy. You was like, well, she got 7 kids, man. Like,
Right.
you
That's
was
the most
really
stuff that was
not
looked at first. But yeah, after a minute,
into it.
you
You
be
was
like,
like,
this still way not right.
When motherfuckers showed me the pictures, I said, what the fuck?
It made me laugh too because I'm like, man, now that even though it was a different house, because I was with her through 2 different houses, but even though it was a different house, it still looked like the same crib.
yo, Ty, listen. When I first got introduced to her, she
Mm-hmm.
had 12 kids in that house. It was like, I don't know, she had the brother kids. That's when I was introduced to her. When I tell you I was ready to go and dig everything out my kid's closet, go to the store, pack some shit up, send it out there, mail them some clothes and shit.
Wow.
Like, I really wanted to help her. I wasn't
Right.
sending her no cash apps or nothing, but I was boxing this shit up. Like, bro, I'm finna bless these babies. But I think I was like, what, 3 lives in? That's all it took for me. 3 lives. I was like, oh no, this
Mm-mm.
ain't that.
Yes, show how to quickly make the change around. Like somebody
Yeah, I
got
wasn't trying to like troll her and bash her. I was just like,
No.
I'm like,
And
okay,
that's the
yeah.
fucked up thing about it. Like, didn't nobody, like, everybody was offering help. Like, my first time really, like, talking to her and having a conversation with her. I'm like, we was on my live. I can't even remember how we got here. This is when she was staying, when she had to stay with grandma or whatever. And,
Hmm.
um, she was acting like she was gonna put the boys in football or something. Yeah, so
It
I'm
wasn't even
like,
football season.
yeah, but it wasn't football season, whatever. And
Hmm.
I'm like, girl, she talking about some indoor flag football or whatever. But I'm like, still, that shit, I looked it up for up there. And that shit
Hmm.
wasn't no, it wasn't starting then when she was saying that it was. She had pulled up some fake ass, fuck ass flyer or something for me and showed me. But I'm
Hmm.
like, Miriam, I said, you speak about breaking generational curses, but you don't break them. You continue them. And she was like, then she, start blaming shit that happened to her in her past. I said, so if you can identify a generational curse, then you can break it then. If you know
Right.
what one is, you know where the problem is, you know how to break it, right?
Right.
So she kept bringing up her past and keep blaming shit on her past or whatever. I'm like, listen. And then, well, when I got 7 kids or whatever, man, you sit up here and talk as if a motherfucker just brought 7 kids on your doorstep and dropped them off and walked away.
right.
Right. So I was watching one of her old lives, and I don't know how I didn't never seen this, but apparently she got into it with her brother. Somebody got into it with her brother,
Mm-hmm.
and she called her brother gay. So she went and told her mom. She was like, he was like, "Oh, how would you like it if I call you a hoe?" And just like basically went off. And he was
Mm.
just like, "Oh, I wasn't meaning it like that," and da 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 da. And I could. This was far before he whooped her, far before the fight. And I was just like, "What the fuck?" There's no excuse for that. That man been around disrespecting and dragging and
Mm-hmm.
hurting your child. There is no excuse. That girl knows exactly what childhood traumas are. She's not interested in breaking them. She's
Mm-hmm.
interested in using them for her benefit.
Mm-hmm.
so she can be a victim when it's convenient for her.
Right. Money, whatever makes that money. Pretty
Right.
much.
Right.
And Joe, I want to ask you about this too, right? Because her and her grandma, when her and her grandma had an intervention on here, right?
Hmm.
the of course she talked in circles because she really did, and she tried to control the narrative and she tried to control what was coming out of the grandma mouth too. You feel me? So you can, like could grab bits and pieces of it. So they was talking about a point where I guess the grandma taxes or something got filed
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and they fell out. And she was saying that Miriam was like, well, I didn't file your taxes. But the truth was somebody had put it in my inbox that knows them, um, told me that, Muriel
Just stole
claimed
that
the
money.
brothers.
Yeah. I heard the
Mm.
same dang thing from the family. I think that's true too, because I heard it from the family.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could tell because Miriam was like, maybe she
Yeah.
blamed me. That's probably what happened. She's like, that ain't what happened, Miriam. So you can tell. You can
Yeah.
tell she had did something. And
Oh,
yes, baby doll, I do remember when she said Samaya was a lesbian. And actually, that was the second time she accused her of being a lesbian when she was on the phone with the girl and she was like they be on the phone all night, 3 a.m.
but this is what I'm
They
saying. Who
accused
says
things.
this kind of stuff around kids like this?
Her.
Oh, she
This is
talked
what I
about her
mean, though.
pussy
This is
sucking
how
and
these kids get
fucking.
exposed to this kind of crap.
And
And
that's
then when we
why,
talk about breaking and stuff, this the insanity
She
of
talked
that
about
is
Patrick pimping her out in front of them kids. Oh,
yes,
anything was a go.
that's what I'm
anything.
saying. It's
Like,
like watching Family Guy. Ain't nothing sacred.
So
but
mad
this,
his
no, but
daddy's
this the
booty
thing
hole was
though.
big. She
When
didn't
she,
care.
right, Kenny, and when she tried to accuse Samaya of being gay, it was when they was out of school, kids at home bored, they can't be outside with their friends or nothing like that because she got to stay in the house and take care of
Hmm.
her brothers and
Yeah.
sisters. So she just on the phone with her friend probably, right?
Right.
Like little
That's what
girls do.
teenagers do.
Right.
I got
And you gonna
my
sit there and accuse her for being gay for doing that?
right.
So Samaya, like, you be on the phone with 21 all night.
Oh, yep. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yep.
that's
But that
that
goes to show that it wasn't nothing like Miriam tried to make it to be.
right.
Samaya was making the point, like, if you be on the phone having, conversations with 21,
Right. What
what am
am I
I
doing
doing
different?
different?
What am I doing wrong? Right.
Right.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
that's what little girls do.
Right. Yeah.
As a
No,
matter
you
of
hit
fact, I
the
didn't
nail
even want her to
right
have
on the
the phone.
head.
But she got one because she do gymnastics. I have to take that motherfucker and put it up that night. Because if I allowed her, she'd sit up in there till 2, 3, 4 on the phone too. That's what kids do.
Ooh,
Yup.
right. Yep, and that's all. That's a similar line to what I was saying about watching her around these boys. It's not that I want to control her. Obviously, her her own entity. She gonna want to do what she own. I just need to point her in the right direction of how an elegant young lady is to act, and make sure these little brothers know if they jump froggy, I jump bigger.
Period.
That's pretty much. And it'll handle itself out. When she elegant, she'll start to feel a certain way about herself. And then when they start spitting that crack game, they don't be nothing, she gonna laugh and walk away. Like, boy, you ain't even worth the real joke of it. I'm just sitting here because I needed something to giggle for a second. Thanks, bye.
Well, we better hope that this baby girl has self-esteem. Somebody builds up her self-esteem because I can imagine with the mama telling you you're fat. First of all, you're the one that buy my food, prepare my food, and feed me. Telling her she's fat. Then you're purposely making her hair look a mess.
I
And
noticed
not
that too.
getting her clean clothes. Somebody on the app get you a brand new what? Washer dryer. You still don't wash those kids' clothes. It's like your intention. You want to hurt them kids. You ain't gonna stop till you break them down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and today slightly less than you are, so you could show how, and you could express how it wasn't directly your fault, but they just a victim of the circumstance of it. Like it's
Right. And it's
yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna punish the kids because their fathers are not around, but yet you keep on sleeping with strangers, getting knocked up with men you don't know.
Right.
Then you're claiming, oh, we planned for this baby, but you're waiting till you already fucking to slide the condom off. So I
Right,
want a baby. He said, okay, that's not planning a child.
Right.
right,
And then you putting this off on these children, the ones that will love you the most unconditionally.
right,
When those niggas don't care, those
right,
babies care.
right.
Facts, Candy.
Yep.
Exactly, Tristan, trying to break them indirectly, projecting her insecurities onto them. But Samaya the most. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
why. And
always
to be
been like
honest,
that.
she does look she I ain't gonna say she looked like her mom. You can tell that's her mom, but she's
Mm.
a very beautiful girl.
Yeah, she looked
I
way
genuinely
better.
think
Yeah,
you're
Samaya
yourself.
is very gorgeous, and you can see like
Yes.
Samaya got potential. Like I said, all those kids do.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh no, and she gonna make sure she know it. Again, that my whole
I,
attempt is to make sure that she project that kind of, and not just integrity, but that elegance of a young woman, so that she feels something in herself. I tell her all of this, especially with as much as I know that's been pushed at her to break her down, is no matter what she or mama ever told you that make you feel less than her in any fashion, keep in the back of your mind, you got a year and a half of school left, and you beat her already.
right.
Everything else is icing on the cake. It's like when she be talking all that crazy, and I be thinking in the back of my head, polygraph,
Mhm.
polygraph. Every time she talk that crazy, you be like, 10th grade, 10th grade. I'm just saying, trust me, you will feel better. You will feel a hell of a lot better. And it just negates all the other rubbish. I remember when we had this one argument, and I forget what the full of the argument was, but something about how I wasn't no non shit without her and a bunch of other shit. And I was like, look, I could have been living in a fucking dumpster before I met you, and I would have still been doing better. And as
Mhm.
much as it sounded as weird as it was, it's the fucking truth, because all I had to do was feed me. Don't worry about me. I wasn't out there being a no shit nonsense nigga having a bunch of fucking kids that I couldn't care of and just leaving them around. So yeah, it is what it is.
Right.
Joe, can I say something to you, Joe? The
Yep,
next
yep.
next time you get to speak to Cooper, ask Cooper about Matthew's nightmares. Cooper got on here, and there were a group of aunties. I call them aunties with all due respect. That had he reached out to talk, and then one night he broke food on them. He, like you say, his head is cut off. He broke food. He couldn't hold it no more, and he broke down and said, the kids were supposed to meet. He said, I don't want my children, to meet with the other kids because every night I got to deal with what my son talks about in nightmares, what they did to him. Ask him about Matthew's nightmares.
No,
Ask
no.
him
And
about
can I
that.
say this too,
Y'all
Quincy?
know he went full and he cussed everybody out, but he had a breakdown.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am. That's you,
I
Ty.
I'm not saying what Cooper said was necessarily a lie, but you know how Cooper had me fucked up because them kids are not to blame for that.
Absolutely, I
She
agree.
is. She
She
is,
is.
right?
And he wasn't in control of his emotions. Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes,
no,
ma'am.
it ain't even just that. Even after the fact of knowing the woman who caused all of this to happen to your son, or
Hmm.
or was the reason or behind the behaviors of these children, right?
Yes,
He
ma'am.
turns around and he fucks her
Went and
again.
slept with her again.
Right.
So
There's
you
that.
can't really. You got
Yeah,
to
that's
try
kind
to
of
take
that.
your Cooper
Yeah.
cousin
Wait,
to
wait,
Grant
wait. And
House.
Gerard told
No,
him.
oh yeah,
Yeah, but
Gerard
wait,
told him
Wait, hold up,
good.
Joe.
Do not
Gerard
do
told him.
that.
Hold up, Joe. Gerard told him on the low. I'm gonna tell you right now, Cooper. I see
Oh,
through
no, me and
your
Gerard talked.
veins.
He told me. Gerard reiterated on that to me
He told
so many
Gerard
times.
stop sleeping with her. Didn't he,
Yeah.
Ty?
Gerard
Didn't he?
said, I told Cooper good.
Stop
Don't
sleeping
do
with her.
that shit because you're going to get that bitch that power. And it's damned if he fucking did it. I was like,
Okay, but
yeah.
Joe, can I say this?
Yep,
And I
yep.
understand everything. This is what the underlying were as a viewer. As a viewer, I'ma speak for me. Like Ty and everybody dug deep. That was the icebreaker. I'ma say to you because you said before, and I, with all due respect, that you would have sold your soul for her, and you said you still love her. Okay, and I'm not saying that to throw that in your face. I'm
Uh-huh.
just saying to you because you said it was what 7 days ago you
Mm,
found out about this. Is
Roughly seven,
it
8 days.
okay? I'm gonna say this. It's like Alice in Wonderland. The
mm,
rabbit hole gets deeper.
mm,
And what I'm saying is, it's gonna get deep in this stuff you don't know.
I'm realizing
Just prepare.
that.
Just be. And I say this with God bless you on it. And I don't want to be shrewd and be like, you gotta believe this. No, because guess what? But no. And you've done an awesome job. I'll give you all respect. I just want you to know that the rabbit hole gets deeper. And as Ty expressed, she hasn't watched a lot of videos.
mm,
There's
Yeah.
stuff you don't know.
mm.
That's another part of making funny why everybody's so invested in it because there's so much
Yeah, no,
content.
and please, Joe, please believe it. I'm saying this
No, I know
because
what you mean.
you spoke of how weak you are right now. Maybe you don't need to go down the rabbit hole because you
Uh,
could only imagine us as viewers. Listen to me going crazy. I can
yeah,
only imagine
I
how the
know what
other
you
viewers
mean.
feel,
I know what you mean. It's not like it's a
and
love
I
like
mean it with
that,
all due
that
respect.
angry. But I could kind of see myself being feeling like, oh, for real, you had
Right?
that kind
If
of audacity.
you're weak, just be prepared to go down that rabbit. If you want to open this door and do this, like you said, God is good, and if being with them, because let me tell you something. I grew up in a foster care system. I maxed out at 18. I had two children by then. I never had no one to give me that unconditional love. So I understand where you're coming from, and this ain't about me. But do not go down that rabbit hole if you can't save yourself.
I
Those
got you.
kids are gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And like you said, your best friend, yeah, God sends angels and stuff, and
Mhm,
God knows your heart, what you're doing. But save yourself first, yo, because
mhm,
this is some real shit. Us as viewers have been honest. Not, I don't stalk it, but like people like Ty and people that have, that go through it, like I call them the big aunties again, and you're so compassionate. If you're not directly healed, I suggest you do not go down this rabbit hole because you're gonna find some shit, and I don't want you to not be here the next day.
mm,
Because if you could give it up like that, then I suggest you don't go down the rabbit hole. And you yourself know what Muriel is capable of. So
mm.
Right. Well, you saying the
imagine
way
what
you
she has
keep
done in
putting
the 5 years.
emphasis on the. I know. That's what I'm saying. The way you keep putting emphasis on the rabbit hole. Again,
The
I'm an
rabbit
excited
hole.
shit.
Oh, you're highly
And I'm
intelligent, man.
like,
I
and
don't
then
got
I started
watch
thinking,
Alice
I'm
in
like,
Wonderland. I don't
damn,
have to explain it to you.
She capable of some. The Muriel, one of them kind of chicks that would have been giving Clinton head in the White House. Just
What I'm
saying.
saying to you, brother, in
So
plain sight,
I'm
what
like,
I'm
when you
saying
say
to
it
you,
like
brother, is
that, I'm
you
like, the
ain't
kind of stuff,
prepared.
I'm like,
You
man.
ain't prepared to
I'm
know
like,
the
yeah,
whole
I
shit that
might
been going
not be
down with Beaver
prepared for
Watts.
this shit.
But
You know what?
right,
I'm
but
gonna let
I
it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna
right.
let it go. That's it. That's it.
All
I'm gonna
right,
let it go.
Pisces, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
let it
know I
go and let
love you.
God do His just. God bless you. I'm gonna let it.
That's my girl, Pisces. Okay, but listen, I think everybody kind of like
She knows something I don't know, and she afraid to say it directly. I could tell.
no. It's I think it's from what like when you had said. um like I guess you expressed what you had, I guess like the loyalty thing or whatever
Uh-huh.
with her, right? And I think everybody is like confusing the fact that like they think that you are still like in love with her.
I am not in love with Muriel.
Okay.
So, yeah, I thought we covered that. I would rather kiss, I mean, not kiss,
Mhm.
French kiss, like straight up make out with a black mamba.
Okay.
Seriously. Like that's actually, it's a better chance I would survive that. You know, if I get direct help immediately, anti-venom, and, you know, to sedate my ass, there's a pretty decent chance I might
Mhm.
survive.
Right.
Odds of getting away from getting your head cut off are very slim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily for that. I think now the thing that might be detrimental for me to see is things that some of the other things that have happened with the children, and maybe some of the things that they shouldn't have been doing that they was doing, that now I'm gonna have to try to help them to explain away, or to give logic to, or if it did affect them and actually happen the way that it shows, then get them the help they need so it don't F them up for life. That
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff is probably going to be the biggest thing for me. But for Muriel and Thomas, I don't give a squat less. She could tell me, or she could make a video of fucking him live, and I wouldn't flinch. I'll be watching it laughing, cracking my ass up like, if you don't get this STD test, you ignorant fool. She probably every dude in the neighborhood before this. You don't even know. Even
Right.
know.
Because and that's what I was saying, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
like
jealous. I pity them fools.
and a lot of people, my thing is it's like, yeah, a lot of motherfuckers probably like a lot of people done been in a situation to where they, you know what I'm saying, care so much and invested so much into a toxic person. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that motherfucker could have did like so much fucked up shit for you. I mean to you. And you still just got that little soft spot somewhere formed. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's just something that stop you from going full fucking throttle on their ass. You feel me? It's like you lucky. It's just that lip. You know what I'm saying? And I think people kind of be trying to take that. I like, he's so
I
sweet.
got
He
you. They
could
like, oh, Joe ain't giving us 100% additions on it, so he got to
right,
carry somewhere in the inside a little bit. Don't manipulate it like that, you guys.
right,
Again, there's a part of me that gave that honor to it. So I'm not, as a man of my word, I won't betray that honor because it's my integrity. She spat in the face of it. If you love somebody so much in this spirit, how would you react to that? How can you be loyal to the person who spit? I mean, in that sense, you can always say I would always have given that respect to you, but I'll never forget what you did to me.
facts,
How I gave you everything and it wasn't nothing. I mean, although it's that caliber, but there's no respect there. Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing to her. I'm shocked she even gave a response at all. I didn't think she was gonna respond to anything I said.
right. And that's
I
what I
really
said.
didn't.
But I made her respond. I
Yeah, that
made
was my premonition.
on purpose.
Because, again, she ain't said nothing to me in years. Like, total ignored me. I think the last thing she did was block me. That's usually her response, is to block me at whatever effort.
Yes. That's why I call her like I be playing and shit and calling her my daughter because man, I know how to do reverse psychology on that bitch. I made her respond to it because I know she wanted to for real. As much
Yeah.
as she tried to act like she didn't care or whatever, when the motherfucker sit up here and say, "Oh, I don't care," but you spend a whole hour talking about it.
Right. Or saying the same thing over and over again. Literally, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Or some slight amalgamation of it.
Right. So it's like who you trying to convince? Us or
Right. I'm
yourself?
like, yeah, it's all you trying to convince yourself.
That's all I'm saying. And I
No,
feel like if
100%.
Thomas would have saw how she was acting when she was talking about you.
That would have agitated. I mean, honestly, it would have. It should have looked, because I was looking like it was. It seemed like at that moment she was more infatuated with me than I was with her. I mean, if you had to cut live short and everything, I'd have finished eating my damn dinner and went to damn sleep. I wouldn't have had a second thought about her or anything she had to say like that. I can't express it enough, but how you supposed to feel after you spit in the face of that kind of a loyalty? It's
Mm-hmm.
words can't describe it. Yeah, I don't lose sleep like that. I mean, I feel bad. I hope that she get the help that she need. Wish I wish the best for her. I don't wish bad on her. I don't
Mm-hmm.
agree with the crap that she been doing by thus far. But other than that, I'm not preoccupying my mind with it. You know, I give my everything that I can to help with the kids, and I mean it's completely new to her. But you know that and a big portion is not just the loyalty for them, like I was saying. It's the background of where I came from, the people who didn't taught me stuff. I mean, the man that helped raise me again, he was not my biological father, but
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't fucking tell. And it seemed like every time anybody had a question to what integrity was, he didn't have an answer. He had a demonstration, and so
Mm-hmm.
all I can do is do what I was taught, to lead by example. That real men don't talk the talk, they walk the walk. You know, and it's like with the Charlie thing. I know I kind of vouched a bit of that, I can't get the word right, messed up a bit of the interview in itself. But you know, it was a lot of key points that helped my mind to kind of get straight. I think I took a little bit too much. It got a little too irritated at one of the statements. I know one of the young ladies was saying it's kind of creepy, and it poked me the wrong way a little bit. But then I started thinking to myself, like, man, how many of them out there would wish for a dude like that who got 2, 3 kids and wish the dude they was dating or even the baby fathers cared? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sound more jealous than anything, but it is what it is. You know, so my brain is the focus towards just giving back the same thing that I got, because I have no idea where I would be if he hadn't walked into my life that day and shown me how to be a man.
Right.
I mean, be a human being, a real person. One of character, one of dignity, one of class, one of intelligence, one of articulation, one of sophistication.
Mm-hmm. You probably got to call y'all. Right, Tristan. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and I be like, and that's why I don't like when motherfuckers be trying to make a motherfucker caring about some children weird. Like, I ain't never seen you motherfuckers you type of motherfuckers is weird as fuck to me. That shit is weird as fuck to me. But I've seen it was so many women in that lie that day when Patrick whooped Samaya, beat Samaya. When Patrick did that to Samaya, you know how many women was in them comments or coming up in that box like, yeah, whoop her ass. Ain't nothing wrong with a daddy beating his daughter ass. This, that. Yeah, beat her ass. Oh, look, look. He ain't wrong. Yeah, them hoes did all that, right? Man, get up here. This motherfucker say, I'm going to care for these kids and I'm going to love these kids the way they deserve to be loved. And I'm going to take care of them and look out for them or whatever. Oh my God, he's weird. That's weird as fuck. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? It's been 5 years. Why is he, what? He's weird. He's a pedophile. He
Right.
this.
Girl, you just broke it down. I am so glad you brought that up because I ain't really hear nobody talk about that at all. And I didn't even think shit about it until now. But it's, yo, so many women. Yeah, they don't need to be talking that. Ain't nothing wrong with her daddy whipping her ass. Girl, what the hell?
But Candy, but this was after the fact of when Cooper came up here and said that Patrick was in the room with Samaya when he came over there to fuck Miriam.
Right, right. Ain't nobody bad in fucking eye. Matter of fact, they swore that I was a fucking troll and I was a creepy ass bitch for saying something ain't right with that. What the fuck?
How many women gave excuses to that?
So many. Well, that's her daddy. Oh, they kill us with that shit. Man, it's her daddy. First of all, that's not her father. And even if that was her biological father, he's still a stranger. He don't do shit for them. He don't be around. He's not consistent. They don't even call him daddy. When he first came around, they didn't know what to address that man as.
And they what they call him? Patrick.
Right.
Even the boys call this nigga Patrick. But
Right.
these motherfuckers try to make it like it was okay. Now, it ain't no like, okay, the daddy, it wasn't brought to our attention like it was like this. You know what I'm saying? Like a daddy would,
Right.
walk in the kids' rooms and, probably sit there on the floor and, talk to his daughter, or they all watch cartoon or something like that. Something innocent like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, this was a man, a supposedly father, in the room with his daughter, while another man was in the next room fucking his baby mother.
Right. The same nigga that pimped her out. Hmm.
Tell me,
Who would so casually say, talk about pimping the daughter out.
ah, and the nigga tried to say, well, tell me when I said that. Nigga, we just played the video when you did.
Yep. He did say the door was closed too. He did say that. Because when somebody asked him what were they doing, he said he didn't know the door was closed. Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me why wasn't that claimed to be weird as fuck? Why wasn't that, oh, he did, he,
Right. I'm
But
gonna be real, yo. My
let's be clear,
grandfather.
y'all. Candy, y'all remember
Hmm.
2 days before he beat her, she had called the police and had him put out, and Samaya was crying, and the so-called black women had to tell her to go check on her daughter, and the daughter told her right then and there she don't like him being around. She's uncomfortable with him there. So how you gonna let a motherfucker that
But
your
wait a
daughter
minute, baby doll. Remember,
uncomfortable
don't leave out.
uncomfortable with beat her? Period.
Right. But don't leave out, baby doll. Muriel promised all of them he was
Exactly.
never coming back.
And then she gonna tell him, if you come back, bring some flowers and apologize. What the fuck kind of dope you smoking, bitch?
Bring some wine and some cigarettes.
And the weed. Don't forget the weed
The weed. Right.
with her
Right.
stinking ass.
A
And I
fucking
believe
fool.
personally that the uncle is Samaya's daddy. And I could never respect a man that I hear walking around talking about she may or may not be my daughter. The fuck? Ain't.
Right.
Because when the man who shot my mother, who wasn't my father, talked crazy to me, told me he ain't like how was it. And I told that bitch, the only thing you ever gave me was your last name, bitch, and you can have it back. Okay?
period,
Okay.
period.
Well, oh, wait a minute. When Tristan said the pills was already there. I remember the night when she called the police, well, the police came there or whatever for Patrick. She took something and threw it under the couch, and I swear it was his pack. I swear it was the pills or something. I don't know if anybody caught that, but I caught it. And he went in the bed. She took it, threw it under the motherfucking couch, and then just carried on. Yeah, the pills was already there, Tristan. That's why she ain't need to order those.
Girl.
Try to act like she a lightweight. She never got high before. Girl, bye. I know a junkie when I see one. Ain't nobody never had no withdrawal or no cigarette like that. Most a nigga do is get an attitude.
Listen,
Yeah.
y'all, this is the bottom line. They all say Muriel seeks out these men.
Mm.
It been stated Cooper likes to buy pussy. Joe said in his live is recorded that he's neutral sexual, meaning that he could go with man or woman. There's
No,
no
but
preference.
that's not
Okay.
what his meaning is, Spice. You keep saying that, but that's not what the meaning that he meant.
Meaning
Well,
he
okay.
don't
Well,
He
need
ain't
to
okay.
gonna
have
Well, you
be
sex
know
at
what?
putting it
Then I
out
all.
like a
retract
tit
that.
on
Then
nobody.
I'm just okay. Then I retract that. Then I'm just going off of what the meaning of neutral sexual means. So
Right.
okay, my bad. And then you got Patrick. That was There's an older man that was sleeping with Merle since she was 14, right?
Cooper.
Okay. Then now you got the uncle.
Patrick?
Okay. The
Wait,
point
Patrick older than
being,
him?
wait, but yeah. Patrick is
Oh.
older than Muriel. Now, point being, Joe and Cooper now stood around while they all said Patrick was in the next room. Who was he in the next room with? By both of their standards, they both confirmed that they helped take care of Patrick. What is it about Patrick or what Patrick got on them that you allow? Because let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how many baby mamas you got. Ain't
Mm.
there a bitch sitting up in this motherfucker here? Listen here. I might be stupid. The
Right.
dick might be good, but I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. If I see this next, okay? Now, when y'all met her, you already knew the oldest one didn't belong to him. What the hell did Patrick got over them that these two grown ass men, because they all stated that they older than her, got on them that they will allow this motherfucker to run a minutes through the household and do what he want to do? Again, Muriel seeks out the motherfuckers with them serious sexual fetishes, and she holds evidence over
Well,
them. And guess
let's
what?
be
Patrick
clear.
be
Hold
on
up,
it.
hold up, hold up. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Muriel don't have to put in much work. All she got to do is put a baby voice on. Any decent man is definitely going to run away. So
No,
she
no,
ain't
no,
really got to
ma'am.
do
No,
much
ma'am.
work.
What
She put the
I'm
baby
saying,
voice
I
on because
know. What
no
I'm saying,
grown
this ain't
man
about
find.
Muriel.
Hold on, let me finish talking. No grown
Yes,
man is
ma'am.
going to find that little baby voice attractive. I never understood that. That is so creepy to me.
Okay, but guess
She
what? This
know
is
who
my
to.
point. It ain't about Muriel, because guess what? Muriel is the problem. But we got to look at the link that all of these men in IT, they're highly educated and they make a lot of money. Now, let me tell you one thing I know about men like that. They have sick fetishes. They have sick deep, dark secrets. And I don't give a damn who you are. They allowed Patrick to run amok. They all took care of Patrick. You can't tell me Patrick ain't got something on these motherfuckers now. They all are six-figure earners. Okay? Even Cooper is a six-figure earner. His girlfriend that left him confirmed that because she worked with him. They are all six-figure earners living in Detroit. What did Patrick have on him that will allow him to run through the house, do what he want, run amok, and they take care of him, giving him money? Yeah,
He was watching the
I know it's
kids so
about
them niggas
Muriel,
can get
but
some
you gotta look
pussy.
deeper too.
Oh,
You gotta look deeper
that is
too, because
weird. Patrick is
sometimes,
the one constant that's always around, and every dude seems to allow it.
and they allow it. And guess what? Not only that, ma'am,
Hmm.
respectfully, they take care of him. They all have admitted that they take care of him. Who the fuck does that? Now you can't tell me little Patrick running around here on a warrant or whatever don't got nothing over these motherfuckers.
Mm.
When you say
That's
something
all
over
I'm
them, like
saying.
I,
what are you meaning? Oh my bad. Go ahead, Ty. I'm just
oh
trying to
no,
figure out what you mean.
I'm just saying, do that make a little sense, y'all? Because this little motherfucker can't
I
keep
get
running
exactly
around
what you're saying. I get
and
exactly what
motherfuckers
you're
just keep
saying.
taking care of him. Somewhere, somehow, Patrick gonna know something about these motherfuckers six-figure earners.
No, but
Six-figure earners living in
no,
Detroit.
but listen to me.
And I think the
With
Illuminati.
Gerard, let me tell you something about with Gerard. Now, we can ask Joe, when Joe come
No,
back, he
I
probably
didn't
got a
bring
phone call.
Gerard in it. I
Let,
didn't bring Gerard.
oh,
You
I was
let her
about to say,
talk though?
because when Gerard got wind of Patrick, when he
He
seen
bounced.
that Patrick came around, he dipped. That
He said
was
this
the
ain't right.
last time.
That's right.
The
Yes.
first and the last time.
Because he was the
Yes,
most
ma'am.
decent guy. That's
Yeah,
why he was staying
and
around
when you and
long.
I don't know if you did the interview. I don't know. I might have seen
Gerard
it on
get pussy.
YouTube.
I
He
ain't
was
even gonna
asked,
Okay.
hold you.
"Why did you leave her?" He said, "Because I said she got this thing going on with Patrick," and I'm like, "Well,
Gerard
you
a
got to
big
figure
old
that
handsome
out first."
chunky bear.
Hey,
He good.
Gerard got pussy because he got his kids. He got how many kids
Okay.
Gerard got?
He got it
He got a
going
few
on.
baby mamas, and he
And
take
guess
care of
what,
all
Ty?
his
And guess what,
motherfucking
Taking
Ty?
care
kids.
of some
And he
and
is six.
possible.
And he's
Okay.
in IT, and he's a six-figure earner too. One thing, the Muriel, they right. She seeks out these good men, but I'm gonna tell y'all, the key is they have some
No,
fetishes, and Muriel fulfills these fetishes. See, this is what they not telling. I'm not saying everything she did was wrong, but they all have these six-figure earners. They're all highly educated, but they got some deep dark secrets.
I
And
mean,
like you
I'm
said,
trying to figure out
Gerard
what
was
the
the only
six
one that
figures
got
got
out.
to do with anything.
Say that again, ma'am.
I'm trying to figure out what the six figures got to do with anything.
What the six figures don't. What I'm basically is describing the type of men which they all say she seeks out these particular men. All the men that she seeks out are highly educated with college degrees. They earn six figures. Shit. Cooper owns his own bit. They make money. So as a woman speaking, what would be wrong with a six-figure earner college degree? I guess the sex is good, but she met them on an app or in a strip club, meaning that they have some type of sick fetish that she feeds their
Um,
appetite.
I don't know because it really ain't that hard to feed a fetish because
Okay, well, you
you'd
know
be
what?
surprised.
At the end of the day,
Your budget,
I'm
right?
just at the end
I
of the day,
think,
this is not up for debate. I'm
okay,
strictly
baby,
giving
let
my
me talk.
opinion.
You stated your
Okay,
opinion
I'm
and I
giving my
respect
opinion.
it. Now, can I state mine? Thank you. Now, I don't necessarily believe in the fetish thing because a fetish is easy to find somebody. Da, 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 da. Okay, you'd be surprised. All right. I think that it very well is sex magic and voodoo. I feel like a lot of people don't understand how real or how deep that shit go. Maybe they didn't grow up on it or they just don't know. But some of us understand. I dead ass believe she's putting voodoo on these dudes. And I believe she started fucking around with that shit. She ain't had no business. That's why she got that monkey on her back. That's why she fighting everybody and everything but them demons. They whooping her ass. Yeah, I think she putting that shit on them. For real. And then you got to think one thing that we can't relate, y'all. Maybe there is some kind of voodoo in having funky, dirty pussy, marinating in your funk for so long. We would never know. Because how many of y'all sitting around funky? You ain't never tried it, neither have I. How many of y'all marinated in your funk nasty drawers for a month and then gave a nigga some pussy? None of you. So we don't even know. That's probably it right there. The dirty box. That shit probably poison. Come on now. pH on 1,000. Trap a nigga up. Here, babe. She also said she was trying to snatch Patrick's soul with pussy. See? See? And then she got them bacterias. Them shit fucking up their mind. Bacteria travels. Never know. Because if it was some fetish shit, Muriel would have been said it. That bitch can't hold no water. She would have been said. She'd have been put them out there. We would have known what the fetish was and what type of shit they had going on. If Patrick was sneaking around the house waiting till they have sex so he could pop in the room, take a picture, and motherfucking extort them, we would have known because she would have told. Shit. So does Joseph know about the boils? Yep, he do. He He said something, 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 then no comment. Ty, let dog baby up. I'm glad Pisces got down. Pisces, you stressing me out.
Miss Thing is getting her information from because, first of all, they not all six figures. Patrick said Muriel took his Virginia, so how the hell he gonna be a pimp? He just went along with that. I don't believe it for a goddamn second, cause she was already fucking. Let's be clear. Plus, Gerard is an engineer. Cooper is IT. I don't know specifically what Joe do. And this other clear motherfucker is loading trucks or seeing to it. Like a goddamn job. So, she's doing the most, and she don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Thank you, baby
He
doll.
mixing
Like
all
what?
kind of facts and shit up, and I ain't being mean. It's just the truth. That's how misinformation gets spread around. And she keep talking about ask Charlie. Ask Charlie's enough ain't no goddamn prayer book. We all been watching the same goddamn horror show. What the fuck?
I love dog baby. She be saying exactly what I be thinking.
I mean, goddamn. I hope she passed out because she sound drunk. I don't know. To each his own. Because I'm fucked up off these edibles. Fuck it. But she's not. She's not saying what. You can say what you want. And hell no, I'm not your mother, honey. Please believe. But you had it wrong.
Yeah, cause I would have been whooped your ass. No.
And Patrick is not Patrick said he's only a year and some change older than Muriel. So you missed that on Big Ty's live. So evidently you wasn't paying attention, boo. Your move.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't think there's no
baby.
fetish, nothing like that. I really don't. I don't think she's siphoning motherfucking slugs in and out they booty holes. I just don't. Cause we would have known. Muriel would have told us. These niggas want me to blow peanut butter in their asshole. Please. Okay? Am I lying? She would have been told us. Shit. She ain't doing nothing. She letting that coochie marinate in funk, bacteria, all kinds of nasty badissy. That's it right there. None of us ain't never tried it. That's why. That's why we can't relate. She fucking them niggas up with that dirty pussy. She said she stuck her finger. She stuck her fingers in Tommy back. Y'all lying. What? Well, white guys are into that. She stuck her finger in his butt. She told y'all that. And what he do?
Man, jumped the fuck up and told her she better not do no weird ass shit like that again.
Wait, listen,
And
Ty.
slept in the
Tonight
other room.
she was in the room eating. Right? You know she chewed like a motherfucking animal. So she was in the room eating or whatever. She got up. I don't know what she did with her plate. And she said something to Thomas. He, said something, something or whatever, wasn't paying her no mind. The dog in there barking like crazy. She in there looking sad and pitiful. He in the room phone boning, talking to the ex or who. I ain't never seen a nigga gossip so much on the phone. I'm just like, this girl's miserable. Miserable. I almost feel bad for the bitch. But then I don't. Joe, did she always chew like an animal?
Wait, say again?
Did she always chew like an animal?
Yeah, and the spaghetti was always dry as fuck.
Oh.
Always dry as fuck. And she like to put crab singles on that shit.
Nah, that spaghetti needed some motherfucking some period blood. I was like,
That
what is
shit
it?
was cat food.
It's always dry as
It do
fuck.
look
I'm
like cat
telling you.
food. I know he eat that shit. So listen, earlier today, right? She was like, what you about to do? Lay down? She's like, you want me to make you some grilled cheese, some oatmeal, some grilled cheeses? And he was like, you can't heat oatmeal up. She's like, well, I do. I do all the time. He was like, no, thank you. I was like, this is crazy. You trying to get this nigga old oatmeal and two grilled cheese? That's for a nigga that don't pay no bills. You cannot do that. I'd rather tell you drink your spit before I try to make you some shit like that. I'm gonna just say no.
Mhm. At least
I
she offered the shit, knowing her ass that shit was a step up. Telling you.
okay.
Yeah, there's some alternate measures or some means right there thinking she was wanting something.
I'm sorry, Bigo Clip and
Don't be
Sip. Doing too
offering
much?
shit for nothing.
Y'all know I tend to do too much sometimes. My bad. That was a bit much. It was dry, okay?
Always been telling you.
Oh, why you ain't teach her how to cook when y'all was together?
Again, she rejected unconditional love. You think you can to teach her anything she don't want to be taught?
Oh,
Like,
yes,
heck
Joe.
no.
Joe, she took some salmon out of can, put it in a blender, blended it
Oh,
up, put it in a bottle,
yeah.
and fed it to the babies. The baby was gagging.
What?
Gagging. Like an adult. It wasn't even a baby gag.
She made a salmon smoothie.
Yes. Bones and everything. Blended up from straight from the can to the blender to the
Oh
bottom.
God.
The blender was just a pit stop. I don't
Now
even know
I
what,
get
what it
what
was
y'all was
for.
saying when y'all was calling it cat food.
Oh,
That's
and she let the baby eat out the dog bowl. The baby ate the dog food out the dog bowl.
wow.
She would have them babies crawling around on that floor in there. And I'm gonna tell you, we know it was nasty because we seen the dogs piss and poop in there. We seen her kicking up dog poop with her boots. So we know it was nasty, but this confirmed it was nasty. When it was time for her to move, she was trying to get some money to get some movers. They was like, why don't you just tell Thomas to help you? She was like, I don't want him to smell. I want him to smell this. What she said, y'all? I don't know exactly the words she used, but basically she didn't want
Ouch.
him to smell the nastiness in the house. It was good
Wow.
enough for the kids to crawl around in and live in. Rats all in the basement. It was good enough for the kids. But the moment she finds a rat and she got to stay there by herself, now she got to hit the road. She can't do it.
Oh God. I heard about that one too. The fucking rat in the couch shit. They say she put that rat in the couch her damn self.
Mm. Honestly, I believe that shit was bullshit. I know
Yeah,
that
I
house
was like,
stank,
that's
but
probably that shit kind of hard too, especially since even though the house was always super fucked up, she used to freak out amongst dirt. So I find it really hard that a rat would be in the house and she wouldn't be aware of it and totally cool until she find it dead in a dent. Like, hell no. That just seemed like a opportunistic kind of thing. She found that shit, put it there, claimed it was always there, and ran with it.
I mean, how she don't like dirt if she don't even like to wash her ass? She the one that told us she had shower days. Ain't
It's just
Thursday.
it's the obscene amount of it. The clutter in the house.
Mm.
I didn't see all the videos of how dirty the house was in those, but back in my day, in a single day, we could clean food off the walls 3 or 4 times. So that's what I mean. Like it used to get so to the point that if you
Okay.
let it go past 2 days, you couldn't even move around in the house. It'd be crap everywhere,
Okay, so if we
everywhere.
use those terms, yeah. She was, I wouldn't say cleaning, I would say straightening up. She did do a lot of that.
Right. Yeah, I
Now, I'm
wouldn't
gonna be
call it really
fair.
cleaning. Yeah, good point. I wouldn't
She
call
did
it
a lot of
cleaning. It
that.
was just we would straighten up, but it'd be sometimes it take a little bit though, because they would go from room to room, and when I wasn't there, the kids would run amok around the house, and she'd just be chilling
But
back,
at
and
the
letting
same
do it.
time, listen, she would always say, oh, the kids, the kids, the kids. But when the kids left, the house was still nasty. Like
Yeah,
I would notice, like if she eat or drink something, she'll just straight leave it on the couch or put it on the floor. It'll stay on the
yeah,
floor. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. If children see when you get done drinking something, you just toss it on the floor, what do you expect them to do? Like I can't be mad at my kids being dirty and fucking up the house and disrespecting our home if they see me disrespecting the home.
True.
I noticed that when the kids were gone. I'm like, who are you blaming for this now? Seems a lot of the kids got a lot of blame for shit that was directly her fault, if we're gonna be fair.
True. No, true.
Yeah, the van house was filthy.
Now, how long was she living in that van?
Enough to fuck three niggas on the chat line.
Well,
Well, I don't know if she fucked all three,
let's
but I
be
know she fucked
honest.
Dirty
I'm gonna
Socks.
say, like, let's be honest. She could have did that all in what 12-hour span. Hell, that could have been done in a night, easy. Just saying. You know,
Well, I don't know how long she was living up in that van, but I know that shit was nasty. I could imagine how bad it stinks. You could see the dog hair flying in front of the camera
yeah,
when
I
it
did see a few little snip videos of it. That was crazy too. When I clown me for sitting out in my fucking van outside the damn house. Well, at least that shit was by choice. I wasn't forced to live in that motherfucker.
Dirty Socks seemed comfortable in there. She had a nigga come visit. He took a smooth nap. Who was that sleeping in the van that day, y'all? After a week, the neighbors complained about the
Girl,
smell.
I was just about to say that. I
What?
got like mad. The neighbors.
What? I ain't know that. Dio really be getting the tea.
Man,
Man,
I didn't know that.
when my Daryl snoring in the van took me out. Man,
Oh, that was my Daryl. Yeah, like she came to the app with CPS cases, and they're gonna try to put that shit off on Bigo. Like what?
right? Yeah, I know that, but I see the videos when they was clowning that one too. She talking about her record, her criminal records as far as CPS cases and stuff, and they exposed that shit real quick. Some of that shit was
Right.
funny as hell too, because they showed everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all just need to go further back. Like, y'all don't even know. This case is probably going back even before me.
Right. And then her goofy ass tried to come on here trying to sell this shit. I'll give y'all $200 if you want to know this. And what did Bigo do? Gag that bitch. Nope, they went and got it for the free. Now, how you gonna say something? How you gonna say Bigo wrong for getting in your business, bitch, when you was trying to sell it? No, you just
True
mad
that.
because Bigo beat you to the punch.
But that shit
Fuck
still
that.
had me rolling when she trying to make that extra money by selling fucking questions. They was making the funniest shit was the fucking comments because niggas was talking to each other in the comments, and rather than paying her for questions, they was talking to each other and asking questions. They like, how you gonna go from asking for $5 a question to $1 a
to
question?
a
They're like,
dollar.
Right, and then you see how Thomas was trying to play hardball at first.
I know, like,
Like,
oh yeah, you gotta
hubby
pay that
said
money
five.
first. Like, oh, come on,
Right.
bro.
Then it went from
Come
hubby
on,
said
bro.
five to hubby said
Like,
three, no lower. Then it went from three to a damn dollar that only what Rochelle Rowe and another fucking one other village person paid for. Yeah, that was funny. I bet you she done told Thomas she make all this money on social media and he ain't seen a dollar of it yet. He
not
like,
a
what the
damn
fuck?
dime.
You supposed to
Diddly
upgrade my
squat.
granny
The best
house?
No,
of
but when the bitch tried to won't ask motherfuckers to pay $50 to see her and Thomas wrestle.
Oh yeah, now
what?
that was crazy. That was crazy.
She
Wait a
couldn't
minute.
give me $50 to watch that shit. Come on.
How about when she called herself charging for her lives? I'm only doing privates. Send me how much she was charging?
She she only whatever she was
Twenty
charging, she only
dollars for
made
the
$20.
month. She bitch said something dumb like I don't know, 300 a month, $5 a day, like some dumb shit.
No, Misha said
She
10.
charging subscription. She putting it on subscription.
Yes,
Like,
and
girl,
I
it
get
ain't
how
that
much you
deep.
want to bet it
Trust
was
me.
her village.
Motherfucker don't gotta watch that bitch to flush her ass on this motherfucker. Like, bitch, ain't nobody gotta watch
Right,
you at no goddamn live, bitch.
right.
To
Like
tear
earlier
your
when
ass
she
the
was
fuck down. Fuck
Man,
you
she
talking
when
should
she
have
about?
was
really
talking
applied
about Joe.
herself better. She could have been a hell of a fucking business student. I'm telling you.
When she was talking about Joe, and
Subscriptions.
she was like, everybody wanna interview from Angelic. Girl, don't nobody want to interview from you. All you gonna do is lie. Whole week and find the truth our damn self. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody cares about you,
Nobody
honey.
cares.
Right.
No,
Nobody cares. The
nope.
hell?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Really,
And
Not
everybody putting
2020
their
Clubhouse.
on this
content
app
out. They just want
dragging
to make sure you don't
yourself,
fuck your kids
nobody
up
want
no
to
more.
care. Right. You're dragging children. What the fuck?
Right.
Real moms, real parents, real people. Real adults ain't never gonna be cool with no child abusers.
Hell no, and they would never conceive of nothing like that even being remotely acceptable under any rationality, and they would belittle and rebuke anybody who would support something as insane as that concept.
Right. Oh my goodness, that's what's up. That teddy she had on, that raggedy ass nightgown, looked like she done stole it out her granny's top panty drawer. I was
Man,
like, what is this?
don't let it confuse you, man. We used to hit the freaking Salvation Army like it wasn't nothing. That was her real go-to spot.
Oh, I know. I know.
Hell yeah.
She would get hundreds of dollars on Cash App for them kids, and then
I'm
she gonna
telling you,
go
man, hit
and
fucking
spend
Salvation Army up
$15.
and
Yep.
everything they got to snatch the whole damn row. It'll fit one of y'all asses.
Yep.
Damn,
What the internet got
Yep.
them kids hoverboards, all type of shit. That shit didn't
man,
make it outside for them to play with it. It was
Joe.
broke. I don't even believe that shit was broke. She probably sold them
No,
motherfuckers. Have we ever
yeah,
seen
on
them?
some crackhead shit. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing though. Like, I mean, when I say and listen, I don't knock her. Like I said, if them motherfuckers want to give her their money, take that
Right.
shit. Because
Right.
y'all goddamn dummies. When I say she was making a killing, she was making a fucking
Mm-hmm.
killing.
Don't got one thing to show for it.
Nothing.
Diddly squat.
A
Yep.
nigga on this motherfucking app bought that bitch a dryer.
Ain't dry one load.
Ain't dry a fuck ass thing.
She would sit around all day long, knowing them kids ain't had no clean clothes to wear to school the next day.
Scammed the raffle that she did.
And again, most of the time she wouldn't even get her ass up to take the kids to school. That's from experience.
Oh, yep. I believe it.
Scammed the
God.
raffle.
I'm like, when I
Oh
used to
yeah,
get
the
them up to
raffle. I
take them to
forgot about the
school, I used to
raffle
help them
money.
pick out their clothes.
That pot was chunky too. She done got money for her car 5, 6 times. Still couldn't get it fixed. If you ain't, I ain't nobody gonna tell me she ain't no junkie.
Oh yeah, I heard that shit too about getting some squad on that car fixed, and they ain't hear nothing else about that.
Man, listen, this motherfucker got on here and asked for somebody to co-sign for her car and thought she was gonna get a car with a Cash App card.
Right. Ty, then she had the nerve to say, y'all ain't even gotta do that. All you gotta do is send y'all information over. Send your information over to the dealership.
Bitch, you done
Like it
stole
ain't
from your
nothing.
granny. You think I'm about to give you, bitch, my man, I ain't even about to give you my goddamn ashtray, bitch, for you to hold it. Fuck you. Okay?
Right.
Y'all better not co-sign for a damn thing. I'm telling you from
And they
experience.
didn't.
That's a bullet I dodged too. Think
And
I
they
told y'all
didn't.
shovels got me for some fucking furniture, and I'm telling you, that furniture would have been destroyed, and I'd have been on the hook for that bill.
Man, listen. Them people, when I say they took good care of that girl, and she
Hmm.
ain't do shit but just real life, like spit in everybody's face and say fuck them.
Yeah.
She did a raffle and scammed the raffle.
Oh yeah, that pot was chunky.
Scammed a raffle.
She
Hmm.
scammed the raffle, she did. Yep.
Yep. Raised a bunch of money. 50-50 raffle. She's supposed to pick a winner and give them half. That bitch picked a so called winner, but it happened to be her sister. We'll
Mm-hmm.
just say that.
Wow.
Changed the cash app that she had for Samaya to her sisters, but it was the lady, whoever the real winner was, she tried to was it, I guess the winner was the fake sister, well, the sister.
Right. The Letty Brown was the
Okay,
so
yeah,
called winner.
yeah.
That really was her.
Had her come up in the box talking about she won, and she had to give her $500 of her money because she accidentally sent it to the wrong cash app,
Hmm.
and it wasn't the real cash app.
It's like she lies so much, but she's
Wow.
smart enough to make her lies make
Like
sense.
yeah, cause she forget the key points of them contradict other points, and she can't catch it fast enough.
Mhm.
Right. Wait, Joe, did you say that she told you that her granddad molested her?
Yes.
Okay. Because she told us the granddad molested her mom, but there are some times when I would catch her,
Mhm.
like when she would
Oh yeah,
say, she would almost
she
be
told
about to
me
say she
both.
was molested.
No, she's told me that he molested both of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why it was so freaky meeting him. I didn't know what to make of it, but he was bedridden, like ill bedridden. He could barely move. But it was kind of odd. She explained that we sitting there trimming all that fur and shit off the one dog that was half emaciated, and the other. I mean, it's hard to tell, but covered in gnat fur. And she's sitting there explaining it to me, was telling me stuff about her mom's, and then like maybe 20 minutes later, her mom had first rolled past and then had it with her grandma for a second. They had a little bicker about what I think it was some Social Security money or something. And her mom got agitated, said something else, and left. And she was just pointed to her on the way out. That's my mom. So I'm okay, because I wanted to introduce myself, but she was so in and out so quick. She ain't want to be bothered with shit.
Mm. She most likely lied because she would have said she would have said it to the grandma during this so-called intervention.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, if it did actually happen, she would have definitely mentioned it. Again, if you give her ammo, she gonna stick that bitch in the gun and fire. She don't always hit nothing, but she don't fire.
Right.
That's why I said like she crazy. And then be wanting to ride. Don't nobody want to deal with her motherfucking retarded ass.
Right. And you know it's true because the granddad, like everybody calling me saying, "Why do I even fuck with you?" Remember when he said that to her?
Yeah, that motherfucker. When she came up in that motherfucker with that goddamn scrub outfit on, he yelled down that motherfucking hallway like Suge Avery on The Color Purple, like, "What is you trying to kill me?"
Yo,
Right.
listen. The grandma said, "What you got that on for?"
Right.
He said, "What you talking,
What you
man?"
got that on for, man? You ain't gonna be doing nothing, but it cute though.
Oh yeah, she said the granddaddy was her sister daddy, and the granddad said your sister know who her daddy is.
Hmm. And then she tried to
Wow.
sneak it in when she was talking to him on live and was like, while he was talking, she gonna say, "Oh, you know you my sister daddy."
Oh, she always do that to be slick. So she could later say, "Y'all see, he ain't say nothing when I said such and such,"
He
but he
ain't
most
hear
likely
you,
didn't catch
bitch.
it. Right, right. She
Cause
thinks
I'm
she
pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
he
she
would have
told
cussed
me
your
a
ass
bunch of
out if
other
he
stuff
did.
too about that house. Like she was telling me how when growing up in that house, they used to tie her and her brother up in the all kind of stuff. I was like, that was a
a
really weird
lie. You
thing.
know what
Yeah,
she
to
do?
learn. I'm just like, because the way it was like mostly, I think it was like a feel pity thing, but at the same time, it was kind of weird. I had never been exposed to this kind of stuff before, so I didn't know what to say.
See,
Yeah.
when I would sit down and do my content, like for example, what I would do, I would take a little bit of truth and then I would mix it with a lot of bullshit. And I would use it like I would clone it from like urban books, movies, and shit. I see Muriel doing that in her real life.
Hmm.
And I know it because I'm so good at it. So it's like, girl, I see it, I smell it, I taste it. I know what you're doing. I got your number, Muriel. I read that book too. Coldest Winter Ever. That's my favorite. Ty,
Right,
you already know. So I see what she doing. She's a fool. I'm not walking around in real life doing that shit, bitch. You supposed to do that for content purposes only. What's wrong
right,
with her?
right. Yeah,
This is crazy. What the fuck? I'm like, I done read that book. Bitch, I watched that movie. This girl is
right.
full of shit.
Man, full of shit. She a lie and the truth ain't in her.
Okay.
Like she
It's
just probably
crazy.
grew up the little broke little ghetto girl. That's it, and wasn't cute.
Right.
And of course, she had to fuck anything that'll fuck her. That's it.
Yep. She probably was teased because you know how the neighborhood fast ass whore was treated.
Hmm.
Pretty much. And then
Hmm.
started seeing all the things on TV and crap that she aspired to want to be. And she like, I'm fuck this. I'm not gonna be like this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna get away from this by any means necessary.
And you see how the grandma is. So when she seen Muriel doing some fuck shit, she called her out. Muriel didn't like how it felt. She didn't want to sit and self-reflect and correct. So in turn, she just lashed out and wowed the fuck out, play victim. You want to keep running away, doing this, doing that. So when grandma finally washed her hands, you can make it like, nobody loved me. Nobody wanted me.
Yep. My daddy abandoned me because I was losing my mind. All this shit. Yeah, of course. Yep. Everybody abandoned her and they was the wrong ones, but she can't notice to remember that she the one that like not just pushed them away, literally stomped at any attempt they ever had to reach out to her. Yep.
Yes. Oh, baby doll. The way she was dancing in front of her brother, I said the same thing. It was so cringe. I definitely got the vibe that them two have done some things, some inappropriate things together. It was very weird. I never seen a sister and a brother vibe like that. I dance like that in front of my brother. He'll be like, Candy, sit the fuck down. Will, what is you doing? He would be like, what the
I didn't
fuck?
see that shit, but the way you talking, I'm thinking about some shit like that with my sister. Like I'm gonna hit her ass in the face with a pillow.
Yeah, it
Like,
was very weird, Joe. She
like
was
sit the
dancing
fuck
in front of
down.
him like that was her man or something.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of shit that make it really weird. Cause even like I'm close as hell with my sister. I love my sister to death. I hug my sister every time I see her. I kiss her on the forehead. She my baby sister. But some shit like that just would kind of seem a difference. Like we done had dancing and stuff before, but it's not like how you saying. This ain't no damn strip. Hell no. My
Right.
baby sister. What kind of shit is that?
It was very strange.
No, like you'll catch us in there doing the slide or some shit, but that's about it. Like,